Hey guys, and welcome to Wednesday. I had a pretty good day today at work. I've been working on this one project for... It does that sometimes, the fridge. I've been working on this one project at work for like over a week now. Since before Christmas. Yeah, I started it before Christmas, this project at work. And I finally just finished it today, which was very satisfying, except for right now I have notes to work on. I was working on another project right before that, before Christmas, that I finished, and I was working on that for like over a week, and now I have notes on it that I have to go back and like do a couple more things. It's like a bunch of these catalogs. One of them was this one catalog that I was doing all of the work for, and the second catalog that I've been working on for the past few weeks since before Christmas that I just finished today. There's another catalog that I've mostly worked on myself. The other retouchers did a few of the shots for it, but I did most of it just because that's the way it worked out, because they were working on their own stuff. Each of them has like their own little projects they're working on, and this was my project to work on. And there's these little catalogs that the company I worked for is different brands, and they have like a bunch of different brands and catalogs that they put out and white sites they run and stuff. And instead of just working for that one site that I was working for, I was doing all the retouching along with the other retoucher at the old studio. Me and him were doing all the retouching for just that site alone, and now we're helping doing the retouching for all of the different sites that this company runs. And so I've been working on a bunch of new stuff, which has been really interesting. It's been weird branching out. Today I actually worked on the first. It was like a little intermission from the catalog I was working on. I worked on for the first time something for the website that I used to work on stuff exclusively for, and that was like the first time I've worked on stuff for that website in weeks, and like almost since we first started at this new studio. The other retoucher, he was the senior retoucher at the other studio, so he's been kind of handling all of the stuff for that website since he's the senior retoucher for that studio, and I've just kind of taking over a bunch of other stuff for these other projects, for these other websites, and now I'm doing the catalogs for these other websites, and like I said, I have some more notes to work on for this other thing that I finished a few weeks ago. But it feels good. It feels cool to branch out, like I was saying, to work on other new stuff. But something weird that the studio does, and I'll explain it again, because I haven't explained it in a while, and I'm sure some people are new, and the first time I explained it, and I haven't really explained it since. I first explained it back in like February or March of last year, maybe even sooner than that, is the concept of the donation pile at the old studio. So I worked at another studio. It's the same company, but they decided to merge these two studios together. This old studio that I was working at, we had something called the donation pile. So they had tons of free stuff in the donation pile all the time. It's a furniture selling company, furniture and decor and stuff like that. And so we get a lot of the stuff in to shoot on set for photography, and then we either keep it to use in the studio, give it back to the people who gave it to us, or we get to keep it and / use it for the studio, or the studio doesn't want it, and then they donate it to a donation place, except for before it gets donated to the donate place, everybody that worked there had the opportunity to take stuff home whenever they wanted to. We had this big pile, it wasn't literally a pile, but it was like this big corner of the warehouse where all the donation stuff was, where we could just take free furniture home, free decor, free everything. Most of this apartment is furnished by the donation pile. Those bookcases back there, my reading chair, Giselle's reading chair, and the chair she films videos in. The thing next to it, the dragon shelf, that's kind of a mess right now. We're kind of working on our shelves and going to be continuing to work on our shelves leading up to our bookshelf tour in the next week or so. Which will happen in the next week or so, And our couch, our coffee table, these shelves back here, plus that shelf. That second thing is empty because I moved all the Brandon Sanderson to my office. The entertainment center thing with like all of our video game consoles and stuff underneath it, that's underneath the TV. The kitchen island, one of the bookshelves in my office, one of the bookshelves in our bedroom, our dresser in our bedroom, my office chair, a couple of our dining chairs, lots of bed sheets, lots of our Christmas decorations, some dishes, lots of silverware. You get the idea. All that stuff was completely and totally free that I brought home from the donation pile, and it's been a huge blessing this past year. You guys have kind of seen us bring all this stuff in a lot throughout the year. I've shown you pretty much everything that we've brought back from the donation pile that I brought back from there, and it's gone now with the new studio. The new studio, when it merged together, there's like 3 times the amount of people working at the studio than there were at the old studio, and the warehouse is gigantic, so they can keep stuff. They don't have to give away stuff as much. The warehouse can keep stuff for longer, and there's more people to give stuff out to, so they don't really do the donation pile at all. But they have done this, they're doing this thing, it's called a pick party. And the pick party is basically, they randomize everyone's name that works in the studio, and you get put on this list for round 1, and then the next, so they have this pretty decently sized pile of stuff that you can choose from that they've kind of built up over time. And your name gets put in a randomized order, and everybody, their name gets called, they get to pick something, and then they move on to the next person, and they keep doing that, and then they do round 1, and they do round 2, another randomized list of names. It's all the same people on both lists, but like your name just gets randomized in a different placing within that round, whatever round you're in, and they just keep going until they either run out of stuff or people don't want anything anymore. So I didn't really see anything that I really wanted. They did have a pretty decent amount of stuff, and but it was mostly furniture, and our apartment can't really take any more furniture. Honestly, we just don't have any more room for anything else in this place, which is kind of amazing considering we're very broke newlyweds. That we were able to furnish our apartment with so much cool stuff, and it's been a huge blessing this year. It's been really nice, and it's been amazing, and it's really helped us. It's helped make this place feel like a home, like a very lived-in home to us, and it's been very helpful. But there was one thing that I got, mostly for Giselle, but I really liked too. And I saw this, and no one was looking at it. Lots of people are like, kind of eyeing the stuff they want. You don't get as much opportunity at this new studio to get stuff. So everybody at the new studio, they like when they get the chance to get some stuff in this pick party, they want to make sure they get what they want. So they were all kind of like eyeing their stuff and like standing next to it and like not making sure no one else got it, but they would be sad if someone else got it. But no one was looking at this, and I looked at it and was like, I kind of want that. That's like the only thing in this pile that I really care about. And my name was like one of the first names on the list, which I kind of felt bad about because I could tell there was nothing that I really wanted. And I just didn't. We were about to leave. Giselle was about to come get me because she finished work. She was about to come get me, and I was about to have to leave anyway, so I wasn't able to stay. They were still doing the pick party before I left. They had just gotten into it, really. So I only stayed for the first round, and my name was like number 10 or something, and I picked out this. These are book ends. They're chess piece book ends. They're really nice. They're really cool. They're this really nice material, and they're black, and they're like flattened on one side so they can press up against a book really nicely, and Giselle loves them. She'll probably use them for her Alice shelf like all the other chess-related stuff I brought back. I brought back several chess bookends. That's another thing that I've gotten from the donation pile quite a bit is bookends. I bring back bookends pretty often throughout last year. So it's been a really amazing year of just like being able to move into this apartment, and I love this apartment. I love living here, and we both do, and we love how homey it feels, how amazing it feels to be here, mostly because of it feels fully lived in and fully filled. So anyway, that's I guess the main thing I wanted to talk about today. There's not much else I wanted to talk about other than I've been editing vlogs. I am now through 2016. I'm done with 2016. I'm not done uploading them and publishing them. I published 8 today. I decided not to upload all 16 that I had edited. I didn't post 8, I posted 9. I posted 9 today, and tomorrow I'm going to post 7. So through Christmas is going to get posted tomorrow, and then the next day will get posted through the end of the year, and then after that I should be able to be uploading the next few days that get us caught up through the new year so far. So if all goes well and I stay on top of it, then we should be caught up by the end of this week, and I hope that happens. It would make me really happy if that happens. Fingers crossed, please. Fingers crossed. So we've been finishing books. Giselle has been finishing books left and right. Like, holy crap. She has finished 4 books already. Look at this real quick. This is her star jar already. She already has 4 little stars in her star jar. 4 little stars, and she's more than halfway through 3 other books already. And it's only the 4th? The 4th of the month? Holy crap. Like, she's doing amazing so far. I have not finished quite as much. I have been mostly focusing on vlogs at home, so I haven't been reading physically very much, but I have gotten through audiobooks, so that's cool. So I think that's it for today, for the most part. I am going to keep editing stuff. I think I'm going to edit booktube videos now, because I have a few booktube videos to edit, but I am I'm very excited about the fact that we now are through the end of 2016 editing-wise. They need to be posted still, but 2016 is over as far as editing is concerned. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow.